Here's a quick rundown of the story so far. Baja 2015 started with 343 teams, which were whittled down to 110 finalists. The challenging static and uncompromising dynamic tests at that tracks brought the number down to 74. Still, nothing had prepared the teams for the surprise in store for the final endurance race, a brand new all-natural terrain track.
Well, the thing is, the older track we've been using for the last 7 years, and it was trying to give a different challenge. So the earlier track was made by us. It was more of a motocross track. It was made. Now we use natural terrain throughout. It's a faster track, and also it's got different obstacles. So it's really going to test the car's ability, to endure an endurance race. So it's a series of obstacles and fast sections.
On par with Baja events across the globe, the 4.6-kilometer long track is testament to the theme of going beyond boundaries. The track ensures that the buggies will navigate through trenches, humps, bumps, tunnels, rocky inclines, muddy slushes, and even some fast straights. It's a recipe only the best will be able to master.
Isn't that the purpose? Quality. Right now, what does the Baja do? It's supposed to produce good engineers. Right now, the thing is that if you give them easy tracks, they're going to build vehicles, which are not so great, but they'll still, be able to run the dynamic events and run the endurance. Okay, and they're really not going to get much learning out of it. So when you have a vehicle that is built on sound principles, it will last the track. If it's not, it's going to break somewhere. It's going to give up. So that's the whole thing as far as quality is concerned. Yes, the focus is on quality. We want the Indian automotive industry to pick up good engineers. That's number one. The number two is that quantity. Yes, we're a very large country. We've got thousands of colleges now in the country, and we want to make the event bigger so that more people can participate. As you know, we have a virtual Baja where we eliminate half the teams. So that's the reason for increasing it gradually, because the track can only accommodate so much.
The tough terrain claimed a few finalists even before the race began, as the starting lineup for the grand finale found only 54 buggies revving and ready to go. Within an hour, only 20-odd vehicles could be seen carefully navigating their way through the dust and the bumps.
If you compare with the last time, the endurance, they are just two extreme points. Last time it was at this end, this time at this end. This time the track is 4.8 kilometers compared to last time it was 3.1. So just they have increased the distance of the track, and this time you can see there is no visibility of your car. If you are here at your pit, you can see the track is beyond, behind the pits. You cannot see the car, so it's more difficult. You have to communicate with the driver along with, directly. You cannot communicate. There is no signboards. Last time there were signboards to check where is your car, or you can indicate the driver what he has to do. So this time we have walkie-talkie. You have to connect the driver just on the voice. You cannot see him. You cannot talk to him directly.
The race clearly allowed only super quality engineering to rise to the occasion. Spectators and judges were both wowed by Team Nemesis Racing from the College of Engineering of Pune, the only team to clock in lap after lap with relative ease, thanks to their drivers' experience of competing at international events. Other buggies were found cautiously maneuvering through the various obstacles. But the team from Pune nonchalantly went about its business, refusing to relinquish the lead even once. As the third hour rolled by, pit stops were taken, cars were refueled, and some drivers changed. But the teams on track refused to let the conditions get the better of them. Covered in muck, the buggies and the drivers continued to give it their all as they soldiered on through the fourth and final hour of the race. At the end, it came as no surprise when Team Nemesis Racing crossed the finish line on top. With the team from SLIET Punjab finishing second. And once the dust had settled, it took the wise words of Dr. Pawan Goenka to put the tough day into perspective.
Clearly, the talk of the town this time is the change in the track. Everybody is talking about it, what the track did, what it meant, why it was done, and so on and so forth. And when I went through the track on a Polaris with Harshit, I did think that this was a very difficult track for the students to negotiate. And I kind of gave an input to Harshit that perhaps you have gone overboard in the way you have designed the track. And he looked at me and he said, no. In fact, if I had my way, it would have been a lot more difficult than what it is, and I was stopped from making it what it should be. And he's very clear, and I respect that. He's very clear that what we have seen today is just the first step in where we want to be, in where we take a track. Because our event here cannot be anything less than any event anywhere else in the world. Harshit has personally gone, looked at the tracks all over the world, and came back and designed the track with that in mind. And he said, I'm about 70% where I want to be, and I want to be 100% in next couple of years. So guys, you will have to work very hard to live up to Harshit's expectation of the track on which you have to run your vehicle. Now, we have already seen that as we have moved from the last year's track to this year, many vehicles could not run the track, many vehicles could not complete. In fact, I think the winning vehicle ran only about 13 rounds as opposed to 30 rounds last year, and therefore there is a lot of work to be done. I must say that I am proud, satisfied with where we are on Baja from where we started 7 years ago. We have come a long ways, but as I said, that we have to continue to aim high. We have to continue to make sure that we are the best in the world in whatever we do, whether it is running Baja, whether it is manufacturing, whether it is services, whatever it might be. We have to be best in the world. And I look upon you all who are sitting here to ensure that our teams compete with the best in the world. What that means is that you have to focus a lot on design and quality of the vehicle that you're building. You have come a long ways. Again, I keep saying that. So whatever I say doesn't mean that, that I'm not happy. I'm very happy with the way we are. I'm very, very happy with the way we are. But I can never be satisfied with where we are. We have to look to aim higher and see how do we take our vehicles to the next level. And how do we see that next year, instead of 58 vehicles qualifying to run the last round, 100% of the vehicles qualify to run the last round. So that's my only message to you, that please keep working at it. This is preparing engineers to become real engineers, preparing engineers for the automotive industry, which is a sunshine industry for India, not an industry that has reached its peak, sunshine industry. And you are the ones who have to make it reach that sunshine level. So I wish you all the best. Hard work today. I've seen that standing on the hill and you guys trying to climb the hill and negotiating that booby trap, as it is called. So it was very hard work for those who were driving and very hard work even for those who was watching, because sometimes you have to put your foot in your sort of really worry whether these vehicles will make it. So a lot of hard work today, but we have to continue to work harder and harder to make this event and the engineering talent of India to be the best in the world.
Of overall awards of Baja SAEIndia 2015 for ₹3 lakhs, sponsored by Bharat Petroleum, goes to car number 02, College of Engineering.
The points were quickly tallied, and as expected, the College of Engineering from Pune towered over the rest, bagging 9 trophies in all, including ones for build quality, safe vehicle and technology innovation. With cash prizes worth around 10 lakh rupees to their name, they emerged the undisputed winners of Baja SAEIndia 2015. D.Y. Patil College of Engineering Pune and Vellore Institute of Technology finished first and second runners-up respectively. The prize distribution ceremony brought down the curtains on another edition of the Mahindra Baja SAEIndia. and perhaps its biggest one yet. So it has to be said, the real winners of Mahindra Baja SAEIndia would have to be the Indian auto industry, for it gains another bunch of industry-ready, skilled and passionate automobile engineers. As for the students, well, preparations for next year's competition have already begun.
Yeah.